Okay. So this is now being recorded, and if you have someone who would like to see it later, that will be available. Okay, so you've clicked on Fit Screen, you've clicked on Maximize, and when you want to send the message, you hit on Restore and send your message. I will check the messages and questions at the end of the presentation. So now we will begin the presentation. The course materials are written for two purposes. First of all, let me tell you that sometimes the image that will be arriving to you will be coming before the voice. And sometimes if I change the image, the voice may be referring to a previous image. You just have to, it's difficult to calculate that. So anyone participating in this course will benefit greatly personally. That is, you will discover just so much about yourself, your beliefs, your emotions, and you will solve a large number of personal problems. The second purpose is for you to learn how to support others in this same process, how to ask the proper questions so that you can enable others to understand themselves and come to solutions. The duration of the seminar. Now there are three stages. You are not obliged to complete any of the specific stages.
Complete any of the specific stages.
Sorry for that. Um, uh, the first two stages are the 38 lessons, 11 of them having supplementary lessons, that's extra lessons. It's a total of about 49 texts in about 40 weeks. It takes a little more than 38 weeks because the chats that you will do between each other, that is the examples of active listening that you will be performing each trainee on another trainee, may take 2 or 3 weeks at certain times. Those of you that complete stage one and are interested can move on to stage two, in which you will learn how to employ EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques. And this is done with a large number of DVDs that you will receive in the mail, and then the book also, an EFT book that I have written on this subject called Free to Be Happy with emotion with energy psychology, and then a series of emails that you will receive in order to work on learning the EFT. In this course, you will be supplied free with 13 ebooks. The first two, in red here, you see the Psychology of Happiness, which is the main book for stage two, and the Holistic Harmony Life Coach Manual, which is also for stage one. Both of them are for stage one. These are the main books that you will be reading throughout the course. You will get them in PDF form, in ebook form. If you want them in paper form, we can send them to you, but there will be an extra charge for that. And then for the stage two, we have Free to Be Happy with Energy Psychology by tapping on acupuncture points. That will also be supplied as an ebook. Now, there are a number of other books. I have written 29 books. Here are 13 of them that are available in English. The first 8 are available at Amazon.com. Universal Philosophy, Mystical Circle of Life, which is about what happens after death. Miracles of Love and Wisdom, The Art of Meditation, which is also available at Amazon, Contemporary Parables, and a number of other books as you can see here. These are all given to you free when you sign up for the course, and they're yours in ebook form, of course. You will also receive 9 coaching tools in PDF form with an abundance of information for life coaches. That is, the first tool is questions for you as a life coach about how you feel in working with your client. The second is a list of situations and lessons, possible life situations that you may encounter in working with people or with yourself, and what the lessons might be in those situations. Then there's a series of articles about creating a conscious love relationship. This would, of course, interest you yourself, but you will have a lot of people coming to you with relationship problems, and this is especially useful. And then there's one about dealing with death and loss. People will come to you needing help with overcoming the pain, the grief of losing a loved one. Then there's another file with exercises for couples that they can do to come closer and closer, their emotional, mental, spiritual exercises, experiences that can help two people in a love relationship come closer together. There's also another one on energy psychology for emotional issues, and then a larger text on working with emotions, working with the inner child, inner conflicts. And then you'll also receive for free a PDF file on with guided relaxation procedures and how you can guide others in the process of relaxation and then guide them into inner experiences or positive projection. And the last coaching tool is selected models and parables for getting points across. That is, these are small parables and models that allow us to explain situations, concepts, ideas to people in a way that they can more easily understand them. All of these and all of the books come free with your following of the first stage. Now, how will you be educated? Uh, you will receive your weekly lessons by email. These are sent out every Wednesday. Will contain your lessons and worksheets to study and answer. The first lessons don't have any actual exercises. Then the exercises begin, and you send them in your own time. We hope that you will send them in immediately so that you can be in touch with what we're doing, but you can send them in after 2 months and 3 months. There's no problem about going on vacations or trips. There is no time limit on when you can send in your answers. There are supplementary lessons. There are the e-books. You may want to supplement what you are learning by watching my videos on YouTube. At this point, there are 244 videos, and each week or month we upload more. These are lectures. They're in parts on various subjects, and they are actually the classes of our self-knowledge seminar, which took place a number of years ago. And then you will learn through the exercises on the internet that you will participate in, and when you are doing an active listening chat with another one of the trainees or one of the helpers who has already been through the course. One will play the client, the other will play the life coach, and you will ask questions of the client, and then eventually you will reverse roles, and you will each learn to help each other understand your issue more deeply, and then you will send that to me. I will read it and I will comment on it. And in that way you will have comments on the active listening that you did. And this is a great learning tool. What do you need? You need a computer. You need to be able to receive the emails. You need the Adobe Acrobat Reader to read some of the files, the e-books and the supplementary tools. You will need about 1 to 3 hours a week to read the lessons and answer the questions, and to make your suggested offering, which is, I think, quite cheap in relationship to what you're getting. What is it that you'll be learning? How the mind works, how beliefs and emotions are created. We will discuss that in depth. How to do active listening, how to ask the appropriate questions which guide the other person into self-discovery. There is no value in telling someone what's going on in them. it won't work. What they need to do is to discover it themselves through our questioning. Then cognitive therapy, how to guide the other person into discovering new perceptions, new beliefs, how they can perceive their problem differently so that it's not a problem anymore, or how they can effectively make external changes. But we are more focused on internal changes. What can I change in myself so that I'm okay with what is happening? And then the next step will be, okay, what can I do in order to improve the external situation? We will learn humanistic psychology and about the our as yet unrealized potential. We'll try to learn how to help another person realize that potential. Behavioral therapy, how persons can choose certain behaviors as way to change their belief system. Ordinarily, we would change the belief so that the behavior would change, but there are times when we need to just change the behavior and the beliefs will follow. And those of you who follow the second stage will be learning energy psychology, specifically EFT, but we may be broadening that to other forms of energy psychology. Here in Greece, we use a wide number of forms. I will mention them later on. Now, stage one, a certificate of completion is given for stage one, which is the methods of analysis and evaluation of emotional issues. This will be given once you have sent in your written answers to the exam. No, don't panic. I will explain the exam at the end. It's very easy. You have all the time you want to answer the questions. And you know what the questions are before you start the course. Now, this is something new. We send you the exam before you even begin the lesson, so you know what to look for, what is important. And at the end, all you have to do is answer those questions, and you receive your certificate of completion. We will learn about the important qualities of a holistic harmony life coach or of any life coach. What we need to be like, how we need to think and behave. The seven centers of consciousness, which have to do with the evolution of a certain person's needs, feelings, energy, belief system, and motives. Then the problem of needs and attachments. We will understand that all pain, all suffering, all negative emotions are the result of unfulfilled needs or attachments, or the fear that needs and attachments will not be fulfilled. And this is crucial to the whole seminar. We will discuss the psychology of evolution, and that is how we are in the process of evolution. This is basically started out with Abraham Maslow, and that we all are in a process of self-actualization, and this is important for us and for the client. We will discuss emotional mechanisms, how emotions are created, and what the beliefs are that create those emotions. And we'll talk specifically about specific emotions. And